Google has a low-powered Android version called Android Go. And what Android Go allows phone developers to do is to run Android 8.0 or Android Oreo on phones that have 1 GB of RAM. And speaking of phones that have 1 GB of RAM, here I have the Nokia One, which, as you guess, comes with 1 GB of RAM and runs Android 8.1. So with that, let's check out the phone and do a little bit of unboxing. So let's take a look at what Nokia has provided with the Nokia One. So straight off, we get the phone itself, and the phone looks pretty good. I mean, for the 339 ringgit phone, you're not going to expect much from it, but for what they are providing here, it feels pretty solid, feels nice, looks nice, but we'll get to that later. Let's take a look at what else is in the box. So of course, we have our getting started manuals in many different languages, and inside here we have the first thing is, of course, the charging cable and the data transfer cable. In case you didn't know, the Nokia One does come with a micro USB, so you're not going to get a USB Type-C here, which obviously makes sense. I mean, it's a 339 ringgit phone. Other than that, we also have the charging brick, pretty standard charging brick, our local connector, so that's nice. Other than that, we also have some headphones, which is very nice. Again, very nice for companies to actually provide headphones with their phones. So the Nokia One provides that for those of you that need headphones. So now that we have gotten the unboxing aside, let's take a look at the main star of this video, which is the Nokia One. So as I mentioned before, for a 339 ringgit phone, it feels pretty solid and pretty nice to hold itself. There is a 4.5-inch FWVGA screen on the front. It is using a 5-megapixel camera on the back and a 2-megapixel camera on the front. And of course, it is using a MediaTek processor that clocks at 1.1 GHz. So with that, guys, let's turn the phone on. So most of you that like the vanilla version of Android will automatically know that this is a pure stock Android experience. And because it is Android Go, Nokia has claimed that you will be getting updates as soon as it releases, which is very good for those of you who are worried about security and want the latest softwares in your phone. Straight off here, we can see that now there is obvious lags in the phone. I mean, it is not a very high powered phone at the end of the day, but for what it does, it still does pretty well. I mean, so far you still can browse around and it feels like it's okay. There is a lot of Go apps here. Now, the reason why Google has decided to go with the Go apps rather than the standard apps is because the Go apps take lesser resources, and that allows this special version of Android to run on very low powered phones. So with that, guys, let's take a look at some of the Go apps and what they can do. So first of all, let's take a look at Maps, because I'm pretty sure everyone uses Maps to get around. So yes, it does take a little while for it to load up. I mean, it is after all running on a very low powered processor and only 1 GB of RAM. But once launched, it looks pretty good. I mean, it kind of looks like the standard version of the app. Let's just try to search for a location. Let's say Oasis Ara Damansara. And there you go. So that's pretty nice. So let's take a look at the directions. Okay, so it is pretty good at detecting my location. It takes about 9 minutes, which is true because we are about 9 minutes from Oasis Ara Damansara. So let's take a look at navigation. Let's go for the navigation. Navigate hands-free. Get turn-by-turn navigation available only in the Google Maps app. So that means that the Go version of Maps doesn't allow navigation, but you can search for locations. I don't know what to think of that. Why would you put an Android Go app into the phone and yet they're asking you to download the full version of the Maps app in order for you to navigate? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, never mind. Moving on. YouTube Go. So similar to Maps Go, YouTube Go is basically a light version of the YouTube app. And as you can see here, it is pretty simple. There is not a lot of buttons to press here. In fact, if you look at the bottom here, there's only home and downloads. And if I'm not mistaken, in the normal app, there is also your subscription tab where you can check all those channels that you have subscribed to and whether they have uploaded a new video. However, on this here, we have only homes and downloads. So never mind that. Let's take a look at how it performs on Android Go. So on the Android Go version of the app, it allows you to download the video. For those of you that have probably slow internet connections, or you are not in an area where your data is strong, so you can download the video probably at home and take it to somewhere where the data is bad and you can watch the video from there. But nevertheless, we're still going to check out how the video plays. Looks, yeah, I think it works like any regular YouTube app. You still can go full screen and it works fine, no issue there. You are missing a few settings if I'm not mistaken here. Yep, you are missing the quality settings, so this is probably set to a default setting which the video has set for it. Other than that, the only other option you have here is to report the video and on the captions. Might be a deal breaker for some of you that want to watch a video in high quality, but I mean, after all, you are buying a phone that is this cheap, so there's not much to complain there. Let's just check out at the rest of it. Now, yes, one thing I did realize is that the YouTube Go app does not have a comment section. So as you can see here, there's nowhere else to go, which is a bit disappointing there. And also another thing is you cannot choose to like a video or you want to subscribe to this video. Again, there is no option to do that, which I find kind of weird because you are kind of, even though it's an Android, it's a YouTube Go version, but yet you're still limiting so much of the app, potential of the app to users that choose to buy this phone or a phone that comes with Android Go. I guess for those of you that just want to casually watch YouTube and you're not really bothered with the subscription thing and getting news feeds or notifications, then maybe this still would be fine for you. So with that, guys, let's just take a look at one more of the apps, which is Files Go. So Files Go is, as you can guess for yourself, is basically a file manager that comes with Android. And this is the light version, and for the light version, I can see that it does pretty well. It even has the option to transfer securely without internet, so you can transfer files to your friends, presumably by Bluetooth, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, yes, it shows receive files. I kind of like this version of the file manager more because after all, you see, it has receive files for those of you that need to search where your Bluetooth files go to. Some of you might have that issue. Whereas on the Files Go app, you can just press receive files, and that's probably where all the files that you have transferred to your phone will be. Other than that, you also have apps that will list down for you all the apps that we have, and images, videos, and audios. Pretty standard file manager, but I really like this file manager because it's pretty clean and it's very nice, or evenly organized. So thumbs up for that. Alright, now that we have taken a look at some of the apps that Android Go has, let's take a look at the phone's gaming performance. So we have a game here which a lot of you will be familiar with. It is Mobile Legends, of course. So let's launch it up and take a look at how it performs.
One eternity later.
Alright, you heard it from SpongeBob. After a really long time, we finally got into the game, but that was kind of expected because this phone does have 1 GB of RAM and is running on a processor that is clocked at 1.1 GHz. So straight out the bat, you can see for yourself, a lot of the text can't be really read properly, but that is probably because the game is not really optimized for a screen this small. So I assume that's why everything feels like it's compressed down. And also the fact that the phone can't really output such great graphics compared to other phones, because after all, it is a very entry-level phone, I would say. So we are inside now, and now let's take a look at the performance of the game. So as I mentioned before, this game is not really optimized for this screen, so you're not going to be able to read a lot of the text, especially your ping up here, and some of the characters' names are going to be very hard to make out. But other than that, it's quite smooth, the gameplay. Yes, as you can see, there are a bit of a jittering and some lags around the place. But I mean, if you are patient enough to play this game on this kind of performance phone, then I think it would still be pretty okay. So now that we have seen what Android Go has to offer and the performance of Nokia One, we've seen it play games decently well. Well, another thing that I do want to show you is the back cover, because like the 3310 last time, where we used to walk inside the Pasar Malam and get different cases for the 3310, different covers for it, the Nokia One allows you to swap the back cover. So with that means that the black cover can be removed, which will expose the battery here, the SIM 1 slot and the SIM 2 slot, and of course the micro SD card, which this phone can be expanded up to 128 gigs. So that's pretty nice. And also Nokia has said that if you do buy the Nokia One, they will give you a second back cover for those of you who want to change. And here we have a lighter blue version from the dark blue version that came with the phone. So it's just a matter of just putting it on, slapping it on, and there you go. You have changed the back cover of your phone. So that's pretty nice for those of you that like to customize the phone. At least Nokia has provided that option to you. So guys, there you have it. That is the unboxing and my first impressions of the Nokia 1 alongside Android Go. Now, this phone is definitely not for everyone. I mean, if you have the money to afford maybe a different type of entry-level phone or a mid-range phone that comes with the full version of Androids and proper specs, then I would definitely recommend for you to go with that. It after all comes with Android 8.1, which mind you, a lot of companies are not even on Android 8.1. They are on either Android 7.1.1 or either Android 8.0. So if you are looking to get the latest experience of Android and probably get updates the fastest and the latest security patches, then again, I do recommend the Nokia 1. So guys, if you like this video, do give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because we take out videos like this every week. And of course guys, I will see you in the next video. Here I have the Nokia 1. What? That was some me up there. Okay.